Okay, we're here with the outlaw Dan Hardy. Dan, fresh off Polaris last night, what are your thoughts on the show last night?
It was awesome. It was awesome. You know, we started off the night with two real young kids that were, I mean, they set the pace for the whole night. Just incredible performances by both of the guys. Just constant positional changes, constant attacks. You know, forced defense. Really excited. And then Libby Genge as well was the second fight against Brioni Terrell. Again, another 17-year-old talent, looked really, really good. But the teams were awesome. I mean, it's such a watchable format, especially because you've got the two teams sat next to each other. You've got Jed Hugh bantering back and forth with Richie Martinez. You've got Dan Strauss there chatting. It was a great event. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I like the team format as well. It brings the guys together and gives them something more to compete for.
Obviously, throughout your career, predominantly known as a striker, although obviously an all-rounder. What's your thoughts on the current state of Jiu-Jitsu? Obviously, spending time in sports Jiu-Jitsu and coming to MMA. What's your thoughts on the current sort of Jiu-Jitsu scene at the moment?
I mean, I think it's really good. I think the popularity is on the rise, and I think the younger generations that are coming into it are really going to start changing the game as we know it. You know, what we find whenever we take a combat sport and we refine it with rules, we start getting a more pure expression of that art. And I think what we're getting right now with professional jiu-jitsu is we're finding that purest expression of jiu-jitsu, of grappling, without any strikes, without the implications of the MMA rules, and that allows people to specialize, to really focus in and hone skill sets that then can be transferred back into mixed martial arts at a higher level. I mean, I think we all bring each other up, and I think the level of professional jiu-jitsu is rising very quickly.
So, for you personally, any news? There was obviously rumours. I know you're going back and forth with a few real big names on ONE FC. Any further developments on that? Are you still looking for an opponent?
Well, I'm speaking to one on Tuesday. I'm hoping to get something nailed down. But the fight's going to happen with John Wayne Parr. I want it. He wants it. We've both let one know that we need to get the fight made. It's just a case of talking to the matchmakers and getting the paperwork in order. Global pandemics and stuff do slow these things down, but it's the fight to make. Myself and John Wayne Parr, we start off with that cage Muay Thai in the little gloves, and then I'm not sure after that I'd like Holskin, I think, and maybe kickboxing. But then MMA is where I'd like to end up. Shinya Aoki's over at One Championship. I know Diego Sanchez wants to fight me bare knuckle boxing, so that's a good option as well. I want to get back into fight shape and have a couple of years where I'm working hard, fighting this rule set, fighting that rule set, maybe a bit of professional grappling if I don't get my ankles twisted off. But yeah, I'm ready to get back into competition for a couple of years now, and I think John Wayne Parr's the ideal first port of call.
Nice. One of the things I've seen is obviously the Rough House series on YouTube, your gym with Jimmy Wallhead. I was quite surprised in a way you're coaching. Obviously you're super analytical, and I'm sure you are in the gym as well. But it was almost like good cop, bad cop in a few of the episodes I watched with you and Jimmy. Are you there to lay down the law as much as the technical aspects?
Not intentionally, no. But that's the kind of character that I become when I'm in a coaching role. And I think some people as well, like my mum, believe it or not, watched a couple of those episodes, and the tagline for the Rough House Uncensored show is "Not for mums." It's not for mums. My mum doesn't look at me the same now. She doesn't swear that much. But a lot of people have pointed out there's a difference between me when I'm working as an ambassador for MMA and I'm working as a coach for a fighter. Because as an ambassador for MMA, we're looking after the fighters, we're concerned about their longevity and the protection of the sport and the safety of the sport. As soon as I step onto the mats in my own gym and I'm coaching my fighters, I'm training animals for warfare. And that's a different thing entirely. It's a different hat I put on, and the language, the dialogue that comes out of that is, if you're in a fight, we are here to completely destroy that person. And I think that juxtaposition's been quite a surprise for people. I mean, me yelling at people in the gym because they're talking over Jimmy Wallhead, that's just me, keeping gym etiquette in line. But the delivery of the information, I think, was a surprise for a lot of people, because it is quite brutal, but I want them to get that warlike mentality in their head.
Absolutely. One guy, we actually sponsor a guy in your gym, Shane Curtis, coming over from Pure Jiu-Jitsu. We've had many super fights. It's talking about MMA coming up. Any comments for him? How's he getting on? How are you finding him?
He's a really good addition to the mat. He actually just taught his first seminar at Hardy Warded on Saturday. the thing I love about Shane is that he knows what he's good at, and he also knows what he's not good at, and he'll put himself in circumstances where he's not good. He'll put himself up against the good guys in the gym when we're doing kickboxing rounds, because he knows they're going to push him. As soon as it becomes MMA though, as soon as he can drag somebody into an arm lock or attack an ankle, that's really where you start to see where his skills lie. But if we can bring his striking up to complement that, he's going to be a real force to be reckoned with, and he's a great addition to have on the mats at Rough House.
Brilliant, thanks for your time, Dan.